as a guy, having another guy friend that you can be emotional with, that you can be that transparent with, is very rare. And I wanted to ask you, like, if that's been true for you, if that's been your reality.
Growing up, I didn't like guys, man. I just did not like hanging with guys because the makeup of who I am is I'm a deep thinker. I'm a very deep person in the sense that I like to know people, the power of understanding it. I like to understand who you are. So when I would interact with guys, they would always give me the front, and I'll be like, no, but I know that's not real. So let's just talk like real. But it would always be met with a brick wall. But when I would talk to women, I would have more friends in sixth form that were girls, that were just my friends, than actual guys. I'd have like a handful of guys. And it's the quest to find men that you can just be real and honest with. It's almost like sometimes it's like a lifelong journey that you're doing.
Yeah.
And thankfully I've got a few around me who I'm just like.
You hold on to them.
Yeah. Because one of my friends, my very, very, very good friend, Gabriel. He thankfully, and it was the entrance point in which he did it that helped the whole thing. We were at church, and we was in my youth group, and he was a new visitor to the youth group, and immediately he was like, he said something so weird that you wouldn't say when you first met someone, and it just brought down the guards. He was real first,
and it gave you permission to be real.
Be real. And so we became friends like that because like, at first I was just like, easy. Like you're too honest, the struggles that you have and easy. But then I was like, he would ask me about my struggles and I'd be like, okay, well, yeah, that's the same. And when you see you on the same, you face the same thing, you go through the same struggles, it builds a particular type of bond whereby I get you. Yeah, I get where you are. And so the relationship can flourish and because it's open, it's free. Because
you're in each other's headspace. Yeah, not in an invasive way, but you know where the other person's at and you can connect because of that. Yeah.
And we've gone on, he's been my best man, I've been his best man.
Oh, amazing.
He's got kids now, so it's grown throughout the years, but it had to stem from, can we be honest and vulnerable? And I think sometimes you come into contact with some relationships, especially with guys, where you have to weigh that up. You're like, is this? No, it's not going on that level. And for some people, that's an important thing. For some people, it's not. But for me, it's very important that it goes beyond the surface. That's why I hate doing networking. I hate networking.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's so much.
It's got its benefits though, but yeah, I struggle with it as well. You don't think it does?
Because it has it. No, it definitely has benefits. I just hate it because the only reason you're coming to me.
It's like to get, isn't it? Rather than to invest.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, here's my card. Yeah, I you know what? I don't have a card. So
then what?
And then they just kind of say, okay, I'm gonna get a drink.
And then they don't come back. And they disappear.
I guess, and I guess who you are as a person, it will permeate into all these different environments. You cannot shake it. Like if I'm like that. I'm a deep person, so I like relationships with some depth.
Yeah.
And so what happens is that my friendship group, I can have friends who, I've got one friend, good friend, Elizabeth, who we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to talk every month, but the moment we pick up from where we were, it's just saying cool. And that came from depth and the power of understanding of, we don't have to call each other every day. We're good. As long as you're alright, I'm alright. We just keep on checking in on each other. So again, it just depends on people's demeanour and how they see their friendships. And
nice.
I think for me, I like that.
What would you say are the 3 things that you look for in that friend that sticks closer than a brother? And I'm specifically talking about the male friend. What would you say the 3 qualities that you look for?
The ability to just be real and just honest, man. Just real. The ability to inspire me as well. Inspire me. I want to look at what you're doing and think, okay, cool, let's all band together and achieve. Let's all band together and go for something, aim for something. And then finally, I think just like so loyalty. And
Loyalty.
support.
Yeah, I was listening to whether you would say loyalty. Yeah.
Loyalty, man. We, my friend Gabriel, like we back in the day were in the same youth group, and because of all that groundwork, we've gone through some madness. There was one time, because we were in the youth group as leaders, one girl in the youth group called him and said, I'm going through craziness, I feel like I'm going to kill myself, da-da-da-da. Gabriel was on the phone to me. This is like 2 a.m. Bro, da-da-da-da, is going through madness. We need to go and help her. I called her back and her phone's off. I live in like West London, he lives in North London.
Wow.
The girl lives in like North East or something like that. At 3 a.m. we jumped into our 2 or 3 a.m. we jumped into our car. We went to her house. At 3 a.m. we're outside banging on the windows, shouting. Her bedroom has a ledge. He's climbing up on top of the bins get to knock or to be able to see something. And finally she opens the door and I think I don't know what she'd been doing, she's like smoking or something like that. But that really, for me and him, it kind of just cemented like the friendship. Like it made it like a bond that you just can't break. And I always remember that those times there, down the line, when you recall those situations, it just makes it even more fruitful. Like even if that doesn't have to happen every single day, but
it's something you look back on though, yeah.
And you're just like, man, we've been
through a lot together.
So even with like arguments, the arguments can't last long. Because that vulnerability, if you annoyed me, we go on the phone and be like, yeah, bro. Yeah, but you know what, yeah, to be honest, you annoyed me when you said that. And instead of me, like we had 1 year, maybe 2 years ago, or a year ago, and I was shocked at how I responded, because I felt he did wrong. And I said, okay, well tell me how did I, tell me how, help me understand, how did I offend? And he said his piece, I said my piece. I thought, okay, I thought you were coming for me, I thought you were coming for it. Okay, cool.
Squashed it.
Yeah, cool, alright, cool, anyway. We just carried on. And I remember that part because I was thinking, okay, we've actually come
a long way.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice little story there. I like it when guys are friends. The becoming. Yeah, there's a lyric in there that really caught my attention, really intrigued me. I'm just going to look down because I want to make sure I don't misquoted it. Yeah, so a man without a plan is still a man. How dare you knock us down when we're still trying to stand? Tell us what it's like to be a man without a plan. Have you ever been that man before?
Yeah. It's that whole thing of this, and this for me, when I wrote that lyric in relation to church, especially church, because like church, big up to church, but there are some like, there's some thinkings and thoughts that come, and I preach from the pulpit, that are blanket theories or blanket mentalities or blanket expectations that everyone is expected to take on, especially as men. So the idea of a man having a plan. Oh, women, when a guy comes to you, make sure that he's going somewhere in life. Make sure that, ask him, what's your 3-year plan?
Is that how the preachers speak?
In any church you go on Sunday, you might hear, like African church, if he has a plan, if he doesn't have any plan, then he's not going somewhere. What is his vision? And I remember always hearing that thinking, what does that even mean? What is that? And I felt I self-condemned myself.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, you don't have a 5-year plan.
So those sort of messages that were being preached brought you to a place of self-condemnation.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing with your life? You don't have a 5-year plan. Wow. I don't have a 2-year, I don't have a 1 year, I don't have a 4-month, 2-month, 2-week plan. I always have a 5-year plan. Because I don't even know there's so many things I can do. And there's so many people out there, especially men, I think, both genders, that people can do so many things. They're so good at so many different things. It's hard to pick one thing. And you stumble through life trying to find that one thing. And so that lyric was just me saying that, I don't have a plan, but I don't have a 5-year plan, but I'm still a good brother.
Doesn't make you a bad person.
Yeah. I'm still good at other areas. I'm just still trying to find my way through this world. So don't knock me down. I'm still trying to stand. If I come out of prison and I can't get a job, like, I know I've done wrong, but I'm trying to stand. I ain't got a plan at the moment. I'm not too sure what I'm doing. But man, if you can ride through with me, whether that's family, whether that's your partner, if you can ride through me through this period of wilderness and no man's land, and I'm not too sure, man, we can shine together when I do know. And I always see, like, they always post these like pictures on Instagram of, someone who's big now, and they're with the same person that they were with, like, on the come up. And I guess sometimes for men, we just need women who don't see us in our state now. Please don't look at us in our current state, because it looks ugly. But I'm telling you, if you stick with me and you're pouring into me, you're understanding me, you're helping me to nurture me in just different areas, man, we can ride it on the other side. And when we're riding, it's going to be amazing. But don't look at me now, he's bummy. Like, nah, he hasn't even got a job, man. I know, like, I'm human, I'm struggling as well. But I had another lyric in that same, your patience is our kryptonite. Man, your patience is so powerful. If a woman having patience, it is so powerful, because it doesn't put pressure on us to try and perform when we can't perform, because we are human. Your patience, it just helps us to manage it. It just helps us stand, man. That patience, that understanding. I understand that this is a kind of a wilderness period, but you're on your way. And so for me, that's where it came from, man. I may not have the plan now, but I'm trying.
Yeah, I think that's key. That you're doing something. Yeah, that's key. That's, again, solid advice for the women, for myself, to know that, and the power of patience, and how it really, how it uplifts you as men as well. So yeah, that's good.
Sorry, I didn't even say that properly. Your patience is our kryptonite, in the sense that trying to always be Superman.
Yeah.
Is your patience weakens that barrier, and it brings down all the walls to be like, oh, right, I can actually be
myself.
I can be Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Right, your patience is our kryptonite. It is the one thing that can make us fall to our knees and be who, we really are, without being Superman. Just be Clark Kent.
What do you think is missing from the UK gospel music scene / industry? What do you think is missing?
Honesty. Just be honest, man.
So do you think currently in the UK, the artists that we have, you think there's a lack of honesty? Is that what you're trying to get at?
Do you know what I think? Let me not say that. Not that there's a lack of honesty. There's more honesty now, but it's just not enough people to do it at the moment. And I think that just goes across the board. Music, like, just in general, people willing to be vulnerable because of the front that they have to put up, especially doing music and being an artist. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that artistry is going to come from within. But if within is a bit murky, and within hasn't got any self-awareness, if within is still, you're trying to sort out things, then it's easier to just go with, okay, let's just go with this perception, and that will work. And I think the more you can make music that can just connect and relate to people, humans, because at the end of the day, whether I've got Balenciagas on, or whether I drive a Ferrari, or whether I live in a shack, we're all human.
Yeah.
And we all share the same emotions,
yeah.
the same experiences. What you've gone through, what I've gone through, someone's gone through that in America, somebody's gone through that in France, somewhere else, someone can share in your situation. And I think that, I just feel that there always needs to be that element of that in music to create a balance. Nobody wants to sit around just dwelling over stuff and listening to music that talks about deep stuff all the time.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be light-hearted, don't you?
And there's that music there. So I think there must always be an equilibrium. There has to be a balance between, I want to get away, so I want to listen to more light-hearted stuff, but then I need stuff that is also therapeutic. And I think at the moment there's too much, I think there's light-hearted stuff, but people are going through stuff and they need something to connect with and plug into. I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool, interesting. Really interesting perspective. From the black box feature that you did, you've got a lyric that says, "They can't rain on the ice, man. Freedom comes at a price, man." What is the price that you've had to pay for freedom? And when I say freedom, I'm talking about freedom of expression, freedom in your artistry. What is the price that you've had to pay or are still paying?
I don't think it's a price I've had to pay. I think it's just something I've had to get over, which is people's opinions.
Talk to us.
People's opinions.
Talk to us.
Because, okay, coming from my background, in coming through the church and everything, anything you do, you know, all eyes are on it. And then you take that into music. Anything you do, all eyes are on it. You've got to cater to this person, you've got to cater to that person, that person, that person. And so I've had to realize and take so long to understand what is it that you do again? What is it that you can embrace as what you do? What is it that you have been called to do? Do that, and that will give you the freedom to walk in that calling. Kind of thing. And so I've had to constantly refer back to, okay, what is it that you've called to do? What you're about to say here is quite vulnerable, and what you're about to put out here, you know, not a lot of people are saying this, but what have you been called to do? I've been called to make music that connects with people, and by God's grace, heat in that connection is able, like electricity, like the internet, he's able to flow through that connection into someone's life.
Yeah.
That's what I have been called to do. So don't be worried about what someone thinks about this, or someone thinks about that, or someone thinks about that. If you can remain committed to what you're called to do, it enables you to be free to do it and confident to do it and embrace it in your totality. And I've had to fight that because I'm a people pleaser. I like to please people. I like to know. I don't want to upset you. I want you to be happy. So you know, back in the day when I was growing up, I would do that because that's what you wanted. I don't want to do it, but it's going to make you happy.
So you'll do it.
And so, even in music, even just like social media, this is an interesting thing recently that cropped up. I said to myself one day, do you know that not everybody likes you? Like I have these internal conversations like, do you know not everybody likes you? Like, what do you mean? Well, nobody has ever called me out. Maybe once. A few people, yeah, maybe once. But general across the board, oh, Icie is a cool person, no, Icie, yeah. But that can't be true. There's some people I don't like. So there's got to be people that do not like you. There has to be. I refuse to believe that. There's got to be people that watching this and they'll be like, oh, that Icie guy, man, I can't stand him. You won't change it, man. There's got to be what I'm saying. There's no way I can be likable to everyone.
Yeah.
And so with social media, I thought, you know what? Even with social media, you can socially construct your pages and everything to ensure that it's palatable to everyone. Don't speak on that. Oh, don't speak on that, because if you speak on that, then you know people are going to think this about you. So I said to myself, yeah, but there's got to be people that don't like me. I need to feel that. And so I started to. Twitter is a funny place. Twitter is an interesting place because Twitter is the one place where people just really, really dump their thoughts. Yeah. They think it, they tweet it. They think it, I don't like it, I don't like it. And people will say,
whatever they want, really.
Whatever they want.
Yeah.
So I thought, let me go, I don't really use Twitter much. Let's go back to Twitter though. Because if I say how I feel and someone doesn't like that, I'm going to have to face that. I'm going to have to actually also be able to back what I said. And I thought, okay, let's give this a try. So I thought of something that I thought, I tweeted it. And then I was like,
waiting.
Wait, is someone going to put this? And I remember one time I was feeling like my heart was beating. I was thinking, why is it beating? Because I'm afraid of what someone might say.
Will they disapprove? Yeah.
And then I self-condemned myself because like, yeah, but why should you think of? Well, and I say, but I'm only human. And then I thought, good. Do you know what? The more we do this, and the more you feel that, the better you will have to be able to embrace who you are, the way you think, and own it. And if that's what you think, or that's what you think, and you have to defend it against people. If it's not, then you have to go back and check yourself. Okay, why do you think this? Do you think this? Is it because you want them? And all these different paradigms that go through your mind. So the freedom thing is just almost like it's just not in one area. It's like the totality. Jesus came and said, I know why I came, I know what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
This is who I am. I know you don't agree.
He was unapologetic, wasn't he?
I know, like,
yeah.
But I know. So I don't. So now I'm like, okay, well, I've got to. It's not to be antagonistic. And
Yeah.
not to do things like crazy just for
the sake of it.
For the sake of it. But for me, I have to internally carve myself up. And maybe that is the price I have to pay. My own ego, my own pride. I've got to carve that up to this. So there is literally. I've got to really dig deep until I find the real me, and I've got to find all these different tools and almost to do that. So music is one of them.
Yeah.
Putting all the stuff I put out there, and just knowing it's out there. So that's why you said friends for life. I was like, oh yeah, because I'm putting so much of myself out there that I'm still like, oh my days, what would someone say? But I've gotten over that now. Now I'm just like, no, because I know what I'm here to do. I've got freedom to do
it.
Now I'm just trying to also do it in my private life, in
Yeah.
my personal life, in my mental space. What do you think? Are you allowed to have your own thoughts? I was gonna say that, but yeah, are you allowed to have your own thoughts? Yes, you are. So let's embrace that. And it's freedom comes at a price.
It does.
It comes at a price, and that is external or it's internal.
And I don't think it's necessarily a one-off price. I think you have to sort of keep paying it forward, as it were. And I wanted to ask you about the messages in your music. Are they for the unbeliever? And if they are, what do you want the unbeliever, the person who thinks that God isn't real, what do you want them to hear?
Hope. Just my thing is hope.
I love it.
My thing is just hope.
Yeah.
My thing is have hope, because I'm no different from you.
Yeah.
The only thing is someone is helping me. That's why I'm still standing here. So I will tell tales of things that have happened, and I'll be vulnerable. Why? Because I want you to understand that even if you come over to this side, it's not necessarily everything's just going to vanish.
Be picture perfect, yeah.
It's not, because I want you to know I'm on this side, and it's not picture perfect. If you can see what's on this side and you still want to come over, hallelujah. But I want you to know that even though I'm on this side and it's difficult, and I know on your side it's difficult, the only reason I'm still standing is there's hope. There was a song I wrote, before we talk about it, but Suicide Note, and that was the idea of when someone gets to a point where they want to commit suicide, they are hopeless.
Yeah.
There's no more hope.
They've lost the will to live.
There's no more. And the only reason I've gotten to those points and still been able to turn back is because of hope. The hope that, you know what, today was a man's fault. God give me strength for another day. I just believe that tomorrow has the chance to be better. That hope takes me through that sleep and I wake up. And so that's what I always want to communicate from my message in my music. And that's why I make it so varied in terms of all the type of people I'm trying to aim at.
Yeah.
I've got a mixtape coming up, and one of the songs on there is called Forgotten Soldiers. Forgotten Soldiers is about people who come back from war, who are struggling with PTSD, who are struggling with the trauma that happened over there, but then I've got to come and live as a civilian, and how they deal with that. And at the end of it, it's the wife saying, she comes from a Christian background, and she's always been like, maybe you should come to church, maybe. And because it gets so bad, it ends him saying that, you know what, I always said I'll go to church one day, and then they go. So it's the idea that I'm trying to target that music to as many different people as possible that might need hope. You struggling with PTSD, you that's on the block, that doesn't want to do drugs, but you're like you have no
other choice, yeah.
You that is in prison, you're doing 15 for murder. Do you know what I'm saying? You're just sitting there, I've got to write something for you. You that is a mother, that you just had a child, and you're thinking, what the heck have I done? I'm so, I'm depressed and dealing with, what's that thing called, postnatal depression.
Yeah.
I need you to got to be a song for you, because everybody's human, and everybody, I believe in their heart, I believe, everybody wants God. They just have to be served it in a way that they can understand
and receive it.
and receive it. So
Yeah.
that's what
That's beautiful, and I'm so glad that you shared that with us as well. Just to know that that you're not trying to ostracize anyone with your music. It's all inclusive, and that message of hope is so powerful. It's so real. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. Lastly, the last topic I want to cover. I'm just laughing because I've really been spying on you, and it's just so fun. But the last topic I wanted to cover was mantras, because you've got quite a few mantras, like statements that you make quite frequently. And there's two particular that I want to just talk about. The first one is build it and they will come.
Yeah.
But my thing is, what if they don't come?
That's the thing.
What if they don't come? What do you do next?
What do you do next? I just believe they will come.
Okay.
I just believe that they will come. It comes from a film, Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner. And I remember, that was their kind of mantra throughout the whole.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come. Anybody watching that, go and watch that film. Great film. And so I just kind of think that if you build it, they will come. But the they is what you have to define. They is not always the mainstream in whatever you're doing, business, fashion, music, the arts, whatever it might be. Some people, the perception sometimes is that, or the misconception is that everyone has to be into what you're doing for it to work. And I don't think that's true. I think the people you build it for, they will come.
They will come.
Those people specifically. So you've got to double back and realize, what is it that I'm supposed to do? Because everybody can't be the most famous people. Everybody can't be a Stormzy. Everyone can't be an amazing. No, it just doesn't work like that. We are made up of massive communities and small communities. And I think if you can go and create your small community, you'll find that what you've been building is for that people. That can be 10, that can be 20, that can be 10 million. Cool. But let it not be a number game. Keep building what you are called, you feel you've been created to build. And I feel the right people will
gravitate towards it naturally.
The right people will gravitate to it.
And that leads me on to my next one, which, can you guess what it is?
It's one hit away.
No, it's not one hit away. I was going to do that one. It's not one hit away. It's impact over numbers.
Come on.
Yeah. And I want to ask you questions about that, because what I've seen a lot recently on social media, I've seen a lot of people, and there's nothing wrong with this at all. It's fine, but I just want to discuss it. I've seen a lot of people sort of put out posts or tweets, whatever, pictures, celebrating numbers-related milestones. So, for example, we got 10k views on our video in 3 hours, or we got, 3,000 likes in 3 minutes, or, whatever, 10,000 retweets in a day, whatever the case may be. There's always a numbers-related sort of milestone that is being celebrated, that is being, applauded. Yeah. I see a lot of that. Now, when everywhere around you, people are measuring their impact by numbers, how are you able to measure your impact in a way that is not numbers related? You know what I mean? How do you measure your impact, number one? And how are you not distracted by the numbers that are just being thrown in your face everywhere, like views, retweets, likes, subs, whatever it may be? Because this is something that I deal with as well, and that I'm trying to fight against, because I subscribe to that mantra, impact over numbers. I subscribe to it wholeheartedly, 100%. I love it. I tell myself that all the time. But what I see around me is always, pushing against. And I just wanted to hear what your thoughts on that are.
I think first off, numbers are great. Numbers give you a physical or something tangible that you can hold on to measure that impact. 5,000 people came to my show and sold 5,000 tickets, we make this amount of money. I get 2 billion streams. It lets you know that, well, what we're doing is good. But my thing is that of the 5,000, of the 2,000 people, how many people's lives were impacted? And again, this is down to, it's down to the individual. What is your goal? What's what have you been called to? Because if impact is not important to you, then it's cool. Doesn't matter. The numbers is important. Numbers are fine. But for me and my purpose, I believe I've been called to make music that connects with people on a human and personal level. So I can have 10,000 views, but in the back of my mind, I'll be thinking, okay, did you get it? Did you get the song? Did it help you?
Yeah, did it resonate?
Did it resonate? That's a big thing to me. So sometimes people are like, oh, I love that song. I'm like, what
do you like about it?
Because I need to know that is the purpose, the thing I've been called for, is it playing out? Is it working? Numbers are hard for me because they're often a distraction because of music and being an artist. And man,
it's where the focus is, isn't it?
when I did the black box, Lord of mercy, when I did the black box, I went in my mind, I played out a scenario. When this drops, because we put so much effort into that, when this drops, this is going to go off. This is going to be, oh my, this is the moment. This is the one hit away moment. This is
My
it.
one hit away moment.
I can feel it. When this drops,
it's going to explode.
And I had things ready. When I say I had things ready, I had things ready where I was like, right, I had my Twitter set up. Because immediately it goes mad, I'm going to have to post it up, but also I'm going to have to follow it with my Spotify. I was looking in my bio, is the link going to Spotify?
Making sure, yeah.
That thing dropped. And say it dropped at 7, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to check it. I'm not even going to check the numbers. Because you know what? The numbers must be mad. You know, I'm even going to wait, because when I look at it, I'm going to be like, oh my days, this is absolutely... It started, the ball started rolling. Midnight, I went to check it, it said 137 views. And I remember I was sitting, literally like this is my sitting room, I was sitting, I was like, I went on to it, it was 100, I was like 137. Refresh. Because obviously what's happened is that it's so much.
YouTube can't cope.
That YouTube can't cope, so it hasn't actually counted it. Refresh it. And I remember I sat there and I think my heart, you know when you say your heart sank, heart sunk, it went down.
You felt it.
And it was a punch.
Wow.
It was like, I sat there and I was like, whoa, okay. And I had put my head on the pillow, I was like, whoa, wow. Like the effort we put into that thing, like, it's like, wow. And I had to then say, but you know what? Impact over number.
To remind yourself, innit?
But that wasn't enough. It was only the next morning that I had to wake up in that mansion. Because at that time I was thinking, wow, so why are we doing this? What was this again? Why are we doing this? This is nonsense. There's no return on investment in this music. In my mind, I was having a baby tantrum like, this person did this, it was whack. Look how many views it got. This is content.
This is solid, yeah.
But you have to remember that we're human. And as much as we're human, people can like what you do, and people cannot
like what you do, yeah.
They have the right.
Yeah.
So I can't use the numbers as the basis of my success, because it's all fickle. I can go number 1 tomorrow, and then in a month's time, be back exactly unsigned or anything. Like people like what they like. So I've got to take for me personally, I've got to take my focus off that and be like, okay, not that it's not important, it's good, but what am I trying to do here? I am trying to give I'm trying to give people music that they can replay it in their mind and replay in whatever situation that they're in, plug into it and be like, right, this actually told my whole heart story in this moment.
Yeah. And
so my joy or my measure comes from now when people message me. The messages I don't get loads, but when I get them, I have a folder in my phone which is encouragement. It's an encouragement folder. Whether it's a tweet, whether it's a message. And it's just people that are just like, do you know what, I listened to this song and man, it really helped me. They're becoming a lot of guys, man, a lot of guys were just like, it really, really helped me. One guy was performing in my church, in the Jesus House, my old church, and I came out to the foyer, and God is funny because that day I didn't feel like I was anywhere close near God. I was so far away. Then one guy came round, and he was like, "Oh mate, can I talk to you?" And he was crying a bit. And I was just like, not that I don't have time for this, but I'm like, I'm still internally dealing with not feeling I was with God over there. And so, but I was just like, what's up? Because you know what, man, thank you for that song. I was like, why? Because I came from Nigeria to the UK to further my study, but I feel so alone here. But I'm trying for them. I'm pushing. I'm doing it for them. But I'm struggling. Things have been a struggle here. Things have been a struggle there. So it just kind of reinforced, that I'm doing it for a reason, and that there is someone that appreciates what I'm doing, even though you don't even know me. But that's what it spoke to him. And each time I get those little things, it reaffirms, okay, this is right. You know what? This is why we're doing it. This is the real measurement for me. This is why I'm doing it. Because if I didn't make that song, then it wouldn't feel that way. What other song was that? Even with Suicide, just different songs that connect to people, and that's why I make it so varied, because the emotions people can experience in a given lifetime. Yeah. It's just so much.
Many. Yeah.
So I want music that you can plug into and be like, I feel like this.
Wherever you're at in life. Yeah, there's something that will speak to you.
And man, that is my thing. So numbers, they mean a lot. They hurt me sometimes. I remember Jamie said that, if what YouTube should do is just take off the numbers function, so that people can't see the views.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like people will go into my things and be like, what, 1,000 views? But for me, because of embracing, because of self-awareness, I see 1,000 views as a lot. I'm just like, whoa!
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Because if 1,000 people came to your house, it's a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel, and I'm not buying these. I'm buying these views. These are organic.
Yeah.
And so I look at those type of things as, look at it in the context. How many people? 500 people. So 500 people took time out of their life to watch this. Yeah. And I pray out of those 500 people, someone can get something.
Amen to that. Awesome, man. Awesome stuff. I know this has been quite a deep one.
It's good, man.
It's been a deep, but we're gonna take it down a level. So not deeper, but lighthearted.
You want to go further?
No. We're gonna bring it up again.
Okay.
So just a few lighthearted questions. It's not a quiz. It's just relax. Yeah. No. Well, there are right or wrong answers, but it's fine. You won't get penalised for it. First question is, finish this sentence. Real men.
Real men. Real men get up again.
Real men get up again. Real men keep going, like you said earlier. Awesome. Okay, and music is?
My life.
Music is my life. Jay-Z or Kanye West?
Kanye. I would have said Jay-Z
a month ago, you would have said Jay-Z. Okay, and same question, but another two artists. Tupac or J. Cole? Tupac. Yeah? That's given. Yeah. Nice. Cool.
Same birthday. Same birthday.
Awesome. That's been even brilliant.
So how do I know God is real? There's been so many opportunities for my life to be taken in this world. Just getting into this world was a struggle, being prematurely born, and subsequently so many different events where I could have lost my life, that I feel there is a God up there trying to keep me in this world because of purpose. And I think my life is just driven to fulfill that purpose.